Hi class, this is MFT Counseling Theory 3-unit course. So this is the fall of 2019, as you probably know. If this does not sound like the correct class you're supposed to be in, please do whatever you need to do to make sure you are in the correct class, because these things matter as you go on in the program. You need to make sure you have the right classes at the right times. My name is Tony Howdrey, and this first lecture we're basically kind of going to be going over some basic information. And I know we're starting on an off day because of the Labor Day holiday. Main campus doesn't observe this holiday, or actually all of CBU doesn't observe this holiday, but we know it's kind of a weird day to start classes. So we are starting on Tuesday, but normally day one will be Monday. Just something to be mindful of. Like I said, my name is Tony Howdrey, and here on the screen you'll see my name, how it's spelt. This is my contact number. Because I'm an adjunct, I do not have an office. So if we need to make an appointment to meet, we can do so at the ops office. However, we need to schedule it. So if you could give me a call or email me, I'd be more than happy to meet up with you if needed. If you do call me, that's perfectly fine. I will respond as quickly as I can, just so you know. And here are the required textbooks. One of them is already in your course. The other two you do have to get. I did send out a group email through Blackboard, and I don't know if you all received it or not, but the same email that I sent is also found on the announcements page. Now, it's important that you guys check your announcements. I know when I send an announcement, I get an email saying that an announcement's been made. And I think that's what happens for all of you. So my encouragement to you is that's the way I communicate sometimes with you all, is by posting an announcement. So please be mindful to check those. It's really helpful. Now, some of you may be wondering, like, who am I and why am I teaching you this course? Well, like I said, my name is Tony Howdrey, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I've been licensed since 2010, and I have a private practice, and I'm an adjunct, as well as I'm a clinical supervisor for a couple different organizations. So I supervise people who are going to be MFTs. Now, this course is theory, and theory is it's important because it's the formation of what you're going to do. Now, theory is like the bones. That's where a lot of what we do, that's where it comes from. However, you're going to find theories that work well for you and theories that don't feel like they work very well with your personality, with your style. You may not agree with certain theories, and that's okay. That's why it's theory. But it's good for us to learn and understand because it's helpful when we practice. And I do enjoy teaching this course because of that. It's some of the fundamentals of what you're going to do in the future. Now, our courses are 8 weeks, and so that can go by really fast, let me tell you, not only for you, but also for me. So typically with me, I try to do grading in a week's time. So you submit all your grades on a Sunday. I take from that Monday to the following Sunday to grade. I just had a class, and it was an undergraduate class, and I had some people saying they were totally disappointed because grades weren't done in 2 days. You know, there's 30 people in the class. I have to read everything. So yes, it takes about a week, but I feel like a week is very efficient for knowing your grades. So that's pretty much what I do. If you have questions about that, please don't hesitate. I try to respond to all of you very quickly. So you all have a response with me. Unfortunately, I'm probably a little too committed to my phone. Probably by email pretty quickly. By my phone, I just have to check voicemail if you do call me, so I'll respond once I get your voicemail. But yes, I do respond rather quickly to email. If you have a question or you don't understand something, I'd be more than happy to help you. So there's going to be quizzes. The nice thing about quizzes are once you take your quiz, the grade will automatically be inputted into the class. There's a personal genogram paper, and you'll learn about a genogram in part of this course, but it's a lot of fun actually, and it's going to be helpful for you guys to learn about yourselves. You know, Bowenian theory, which is something that we'll probably talk about, talks a lot about the genogram, genogram, however you want to say it. And so you'll see how you could use this to maybe help a client, see some patterns in your own families. It's really interesting, really interesting, and there's all kinds of really great nowadays great software to make a genogram, but anyhow. And then you have your capstone, and your capstone's brought up in week 1, not as far as you having done it, but um, this capstone in particular is asking you to think of a famous family to do, let's see here, to better explain it. My Mac is wanting to die, of course, right now. Okay, so the case conceptualization on a family, a famous family, it's 6 pages, not including the title page. And then you're going to use the major theoretical orientation that you would deal with this family. So that's going to be a lot of fun, very interesting for you, but you probably want to find a good family that you can use to maybe do the theoretical orientation. I would say even I would even say, like for an example, you could do the Jackson family, right? Michael Jackson's family. There's a lot of dynamics there. Thinking of, different families where different situations have arisen, dynamics, things of that nature, where you would be able to do a whole assignment on it and write 6 pages. So be kind of fun, but you don't want to think of that last minute. So maybe kind of start thinking as we come across different theories that interest you, maybe thinking of a family, a type of family that you'd want to use. And all of our critical assignments are submitted through TaskStream. So making sure that we submit things appropriately through there. Okay, now late work. I am not a mean person. However, I do not accept late work. Now, if you have an unforeseen circumstance that has come about, please do not wait till week 7 of the class to tell me about that. I need you to talk to me and communicate with me as things come up that are creating for you to have a difficulty submitting your work. Week 7's too late to tell me that. So if something's going on, something's come up, an emergency, computer literally died on you, whatever that may be, please communicate with me so that we can take care of it as needed, and then we'll move right along, okay? So now you'll see as we go up here, learning activities, which I'm sure you all are very familiar with because you're at this point in the program. Learning activities is right here on the left-hand side, and you're going to go to week 1. So it tells you what information should be there. It talks to you about all of your reading. And there's Dr. Frederick's reading right there. It talks about the discussion board. And then it talks about the different PowerPoints for some of the notes, and then I will also put my lecture in here. And there's a video. So anyhow, so much information right there for you guys to do. So I will be one part of additional things for you to do each week. I will have a lecture posted, kind of reviewing some of the reading, things of that nature, and just kind of giving some feedback on those things. Because there's so much, your expectation should not be that I have an hour lecture necessarily, but I'll try to give you some key points that I'm based on some of the reading and highlight those points. You're never going to have a lecture from me probably over 25 minutes because I know it's a lot for you all to do. It's one more thing. You're trying to keep up with everything else. So just so you know, that's something to be expected of me, is I'll probably have about, anywhere between 25. I don't think I'll go more than 30 minutes usually in a lecture, where I'll just be kind of going over some information, which can be rather helpful for people. So anyhow, I hope this is kind of a nice meet and greet. When I do my lectures, you won't always see my face, but you'll hear my voice, and I'll be going over possibly the PowerPoints from the reading. I think you're really going to enjoy this class. This is very exciting. If you ever have questions about becoming an MFT, LPCC, I've been in this field now for a while, and I love to help people as they're walking through this next phase. So please don't hesitate to email or reach out. I look forward to reading your guys' writings and getting to know you a bit through the internet. So I wish you all the best of luck. I think you're really going to enjoy this class and hopefully be inspired for what's next in your future careers. So welcome to week 1. And like I said, our last day is on a Sunday. So that's when all assignments need to be due, is by midnight. And day 1 is always on a Monday. Okay? Except for this first week. Thank you so much.